So in this video, I'm going to show you how to log in to Weebly to create an account, which is free, you do not pay for, and how to create a website and the various pages and little functions on there that you need just to get started. That website can be changed and adapted as you go along, but it's important that we actually have something to start off with. So you open up the internet again using Chrome, and on your Google page, if you type in Weebly, okay, W-E-E-B-L-Y. We want to go to Weebly, and this is your main page. What we want to do to start off with, you haven't previously logged in with Weebly, and to be honest, even if you have, I would like you to have an account that has your student details as the email contact on it. So the first thing we want to do is press either sign up or create your website. I would probably start by creating your website. It takes you to the sign up page anyway. So we are going to fill in the relevant information that we need. So I am going to put in my details, my email address, which in this instance, in order so that I can show you from the very beginning, I've had to set up a separate email address. What you would be putting in here is your college email address. And you can create a password. Please create a password that you will remember, and put down your country, and then press sign up for free. Okay, on this next page it gives you two options for what we will be using the website for, and this can be changed later should you decide to make a career out of this, but for the moment I just need a website. So we click on website. This will open up a number of templates for you to choose from. Now these are templates, so they can be modified. You can change the images, you can change the wording that's on there. The basic structure, however, remains the same. So you can see, for example, if we go to portfolio, you have some where the menu will be over onto the right hand side and it's predominantly dominated by a picture. We have ones where the menu is in the middle and it tends to be a lighter, sort of cleaner looking page. We've got ones that are somewhere in between, so the menu over to the right hand side but still with the lighter looking page. Any of these will do. I would suggest either stick with business or portfolio, and like I say, these can be changed later on as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick a design. So I'm going to pick this one, and it will show me a preview of what the main page would look like. I'm then going to press start editing. When I press start editing, it will take a few seconds because it's now loading all the information into what they call the main dashboard. And at this point, it's going to ask you to name your website. Now then, you don't need to type in the www or the .com or anything like that. We're just talking about the name. I would suggest keep it simple, keep it professional. Please don't put anything in there that's jokey or unprofessional or very impersonal. Your name is a good one, perhaps your name, photography or something like that. So if I was to put in, if I was to put in Mike Lowy, for example, and then I press search, what it will do is it will find whether Mike Lowy exists. Now then, you have four options, okay? The top three options are paid for, which is what we do not want to do. So even though MikeLowy.com is available, if I press that, it will ask me to pay for that website. I really need to use this bottom one, which is free. You can see here, the only cost of having the free option is that Weebly becomes part of your website name. So for the paid one, Weebly doesn't appear, MikeLowy.com, MichaelLowy.com, webmikelowy.com, or this gives you other options. mikelowy.weebly.com is free. However, we can see here it's unavailable. That means somebody else has already stolen my name. So I need to put something different in. So I might put Mike Lowy Photo. Press search, and you can see here this time it is available. So I would now press choose. I get confirmation that my website will be called mikelowyphoto.weebly.com, and then I can press done. Okay. At this point, I can now start editing my website. The area here is what your website would look like. The area in the grey is what we call your control panel. So this is where you build what the website looks like. So we have the main page, and you can see that I can click on here and call myself, I can change it. I can change the size of the font, make it bigger, change the colour, I can turn it into a link, etc, etc. You can see that here at the moment it has defaulted to that's Weebly just updating their package. You can see that it already has 4 pages already pre-designed: home, my work, about, and contact. These can be left in here if you want, and you can add more pages, or you can quite easily change the names of these pages. If you go to where it says pages up here and click in here, you can see here's the 4 pages. If I wanted my work, for example, to be called Year 12 Portfolio, I can simply type the name there, go back, and you will see it changes. Okay, I can also change the order of these. So if I wanted Year 12 Portfolio to appear over here instead, I can drag it down there, and it now changes order. Okay, I can also add new pages. So one of the pages that I've asked you to add, we've roughly called Other Research. So I click on the plus sign. It's just a standard page. Let's call it Other Research. Press done, and you can see it now appears just on here. If I wanted Other Research, rather than being the main menu, if I wanted Other Research to appear as, let's say, a sub-menu of my Year 12 work, then what I can do is I put it directly underneath the Year 12 and just indent it slightly. You can see now it drops off here, and when I hover my mouse over it, I have a sub-menu that appears. The design and the function of the website is very much up to you guys, and I'm quite happy to work with you so that you can design the layout and the look as you would like it to be. I've also asked you to link it to your college email account and to some social media accounts. So, for example, if I go to the contact page, you can see that it already defaults with something here. Obviously, this font can be changed accordingly. If I click on the email folder, I get my form options, and I can say I can change the name of this, but I can send a confirmation message. So I could send a message that says, thank you, your information has been submitted, should somebody do it. And I can also add my email to, so the address to which the email would go. In your case, you would put in your college email address. I'm going to use the one I've set up just for this. And that's done. Press save. And now when this website goes live, if somebody was to come onto this page, fill in all of this relevant detail, and then press submit, that would automatically get sent to my email address, and they would then receive a screen that said, thank you for your contact, we'll be in touch soon. In order to publish your website, because of course none of what we've done here so far actually exists on the internet as such yet, it just exists on Weebly's server, all I do is I press publish. The upgrade button is for the paid option, so this is something that we'll never actually go to. Just on that, by the way, In terms of all the tools that you can use, you will notice that some of them, like the HD video thing here, has the little lightning symbol, excuse me, which matches this one up here. So there are one or two tools that we can't use because they're only available to the paid system. However, if you wanted to put video on your website, you only need to ask me and I can show you a free way of how to do that. If I press publish, it takes a second or two, depending on the design of website that you've chosen, and it tells me now it's been published. It's been published to here. I can either click off this and carry on working, or if I click it, it will open up a new page. That is the actual live page. So you can now see, if I go to my about, which I didn't save, obviously. Sorry, it wasn't. It was the contact page, wasn't it? So I've now got my contact page. So if I was to say, hello, I put my email address in. So if I put my work one in, ac.uk, Mike Lowy, press submit. You can see I get my message, thank you, your information has been submitted, and that email will be sent directly to my email address that I've just set. Let's see if it's arrived yet. There you go, on my Hotmail, new form entry, from Mike Lowy, Michael Lowy SGR, hello. So that you can see how quick that works. Okay, and obviously I've got my new page that I've created, although I've not put any content on it yet, and I've got my other research page that I've not put any content on yet as well. Okay, so it's quite a simple process. It's drag and drop. In terms of the social media icons, so on your toolbar down here, let's make sure we are back at the home page. On the toolbar down here, you will have an option, if I can find it, that says social icons. So what I do, I drag this on and I can put it pretty much wherever I want. You can notice that these little blue markers, so it's telling me I can put it there above the text that's already on, I can put it to the left of the text, I can put it to the right, I can put it underneath, or I can put it all the way up here. If I put it at the bottom of the page down here, let go, and you can see my social media icons appear. Now it might be that you don't have Facebook, for example, or you don't. I would encourage you not to put your Facebook page on here. I have asked you to create an Instagram and a Twitter account that are linked to this website, so they're not your personal ones, they're ones for your photography work. So much like the email box that we did before, if I click on it, I can manage my icons. I can say, well, I don't want, you can see there's X ones. You may have a Pinterest thing that you want to put on there, but you can see that there's extra ones that you can add on. I go to, and I'm just going to say, I don't want to see Facebook. So you can see that that's now dropped off here and it's gone onto the inactive one. If I don't want LinkedIn on, and that has now dropped off. So I've now got Mail, Instagram, and Twitter. I can reorder them. Okay, and if I have a Twitter account already set up, so I click on Twitter, I put my Twitter details in there, twitter.com/your name or whatever your account is called, come out of it, and that would now, obviously when you press publish, would now link that icon to your Twitter account. Likewise with your Instagram, likewise with your mail. Okay. So again, at least on the very front page, it would be really good if you could do that. So I press publish to there, and you will be able to see that's down at the bottom somewhere. He says, I think I didn't put an address in, that's why it's not appeared, but it would appear at the bottom of the page. You would be able to click on your Twitter account and it would then link to your Twitter page. It's very important from a professional point of view, and not only for potentially getting yourself work and getting yourself noticed, but in terms of impressing the examiner, it's important that you give off a very professional appearance. So to have things like an internet presence linked to social media is a really positive thing to show to the examiner. And I think that is it. After that, it is just a case of playing with this in order to start to learn some of the tools, but we'll go through some of that later on.